It is the 2nd day of July 2024. I'm dwelling on the fact that a poor Canadian fellow went to Ireland to visit, went out and had a few beers in Dublin, encountered some Romanian men who proceeded to beat him to death into a coma. He lasted, I think it's 9 days in the coma, and he died today. The Lord have mercy on him. I see this as part of the decline of Western civilization. I've been watching it for decades. It has increased exponentially in the last few years, and really even more so since this foolishness called COVID was introduced. We are now living in a delusion. People are actually suffering from delusion, which is a type of mental illness. Last Thursday night there was a debate on the presidential election here. It was fascinating to watch because for the first time ever, people had to admit to themselves what they saw with their own two eyes. And that was that one of the candidates has advanced into the latter stages of dementia. He is delusional, he is crazy, he is just not dealing with reality at all. He was asked questions about this, that, and the other, and needless to say, it was beyond his comprehension. So the people watching this had a sort of massive wake-up call, which is the people that have been saying this fellow is demented and calling him Dementia Joe for the last number of years, they were 100% correct. Now, this realization has been a shock to a lot of people. Some have accepted it, but some now, after a few days, are going back to the delusion again. They are saying he had a cold, it was just a bad night. These people are totally delusional altogether, and there's actually no hope for them. I expect Joe Biden to cling on to power, just as Ted Kennedy, John McCain, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and many more have clung on to power as well. They will not let go. The only way to pry him out of the White House is when he's dead. Or if somebody has the gumption to make use of Amendment 25, the 25th Amendment, where a president can be actually legally removed from office on the word of a vice president and the majority of his cabinet. The chances of that happening are slim and none, because these people are just useless. So we are living in a horrendous delusion. You will also see the same thing happening in Ireland, where people, for some reason, think it is a good idea to introduce peoples into Ireland whose traditions, cultures, outlook on life, religion, everything is alien to what Ireland used to be, which was a Christian, in our case, mostly Catholic nation. So this has been a gradual thing. We saw the introduction of divorce, we saw the introduction of abortion. It would have been unheard of 25 years ago for people in Ireland to accept abortion in Ireland. Now, 11,000 babies will not reach even their birth. They will be killed, diced up, sliced up, sucked out, and disposed of. It's a horrendous thing. In Ireland, you have people bringing in people with different faiths. The best of them have no faith. You can more or less ignore them. Others have faith that will actually call for the destruction and death of infidels. So Croke Park, which is a symbol of the Irish nation, was given over to Muslims to have some sort of a crazy festival. These people will pretend they're the religion of peace. But of course, history tells us that that has never been the case. And as soon as they get into the majority or even close to majority, they will demand Sharia law. You will see young liberals supporting this foolishness, even though you can tell them that, listen guys, when these Muslims come into power, they will toss homosexuals and anybody else, for that matter, that they don't see as being what they want them to be, off a building, or they will cut off their heads. It is absolutely horrendous. In Ireland too, you have the introduction of these hate crime laws, which is just basically a muzzle on the people. In other countries, you have seen how it has worked, and it is absolutely bizarre. There was a horrendous case in Germany just a few days ago, well, a few weeks ago, whatever. Young girl of 15, she's raped by about 16 foreign nationals from every corner of the globe, except Germany, of course. They will all be released because, hey, that's the way it is. Now, some woman on social media, unknown to the rapist and unknown to the victim, unknown to anybody, she just made a comment. She described one of the rapists as an ugly, disgusting pig. He, being a Muslim, of course, took offense to this, went to the police. The police arrested this lady, and she has been given a prison sentence for calling the rapist a pig, whereas the rapist didn't get any sentence at all for actually being a pig. So that is just a little bit of a chat about the delusion that has gripped Western civilization. And I will not go even into the foolishness that was COVID, where you had fools on Facebook saying, I took my shot, wear my mask, stay indoors for 2 weeks, millions are dying, etc., etc., etc. These people are beyond redemption, and unfortunately, in Ireland's case, the 3% who did not take the jab, they would have been looked as the crazy people. The 97, I'd have viewed those people as, like was on Star Trek, they are absorbed into the Borg and they're done. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I was asked to do a podcast or make a series of short videos, and perhaps that's exactly what I will do. Thank you very much for watching.